Today's video, we're going to be giving you guys the complete trading guide for December. So, just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch. For the cheapest premium trading service for just £4, €4, or free with Amazon Prime. You'll get yourself daily trading and investing guides covering both Xbox and PlayStation with an array of different techniques depending on your budget. I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million on multiple titles, and recently making over 10 million in the first month for the last 3 years. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is walking you guys through the complete trading guide for December. This is going to cover all budgets for all consoles and even for you guys on the web app and companion app. On top of that, I'm also going to be covering trading methods for you guys who have loads of time to learn the market and methods for you guys that don't have much time to learn the market. And literally can put in like 10 minutes a day and still make some decent money just free listing cards all day. So without further ado, what we'll actually go and cover, because it's some of the easiest thing to cover, is trading methods. And again, this can be for Xbox, PlayStation and PC. And these are trading methods where you have to put in very low effort. Now the reason I'm making this in this video, I guess, is because a lot of people are interested in trading, but then learn that you have to learn a bit about the market, and that puts them off. And as a result, you know, there are trading methods as a result of the trade. But there are trading methods you guys can go and do where you don't have to actually spend time learning the market and you can just follow a few simple tricks. Now the first one of these tricks on making money is buying position changes and listing them for 1k more than they go for. Now this sounds like a crazy thing to happen, especially as there is literally the position change SBC. But because people are completing SBCs, they'll, often need to position change someone. Now, when they need to position change someone and they don't have a position change in their club, it will take them to a little part that says browse the market for position changes. And this will just show them any position changes on the market. It won't necessarily show them the cheapest one. And when people are looking to buy position changes, a lot of the time they're frustrated because they maybe spend 10 minutes doing the SBC, and therefore if they see a position change of 2-3k, they're not going to flinch about buying it, and they're going to buy it just so they can get that SBC over and done with. So how we can take advantage of this is basically buying position changes, and then all you got to do is list them for 1k more than you bought them for. So for example, if I bought them at 1.6, I would just list them at 2.6, but I'd list 100. Now the reason you want to be listing at least 50, 60, 70, or ideally 100 is because when someone goes and checks the market and how much your position changes, ideally you want every single card on that page to be one of your cards. And that's why if you list 100 at a time, obviously yours will be every card for 100, but if you only list up 10, you'll only be covering a space of 10 position changes on the market. So again, in this method, all you can do is buy your position change or whatever they're going for on the market and sell them on lazy buyers. So list them for 1k more than you bought them for. You'll probably get about a 3 to 10% hit rate, as in you'll sell 3 to 10 position changes every hour. So if you've got 100 listed, that's potentially 10 an hour. If you've got 50 listed, that could be as low as 1 or 2 an hour. So obviously you are relying on people being irrational, not really, buying the cheapest, but it is a very easy way to make money. The second way to use the lazy buy method is to buy players and sell them on lazy buyers. Now the players that work the best for these are 84 rated, and ideally what you're looking for is a position change and a chem sell. Ideally shadow a hunter. So what you want to do is use the list of the cheapest 84s. If we can go on here on foot bin. And there we go. Can we find the cheapest 84s for the fluidity of the YouTube video? It should be here. Here we go. And all I'm looking to do is find these guys position changed and with a shadow. Or, again, ideally a position change. And ideally, I only want to pay about 200 coins more than they are without the position change. So, for example, let's say I want to go with Canales. And what I'd be doing is I'd be looking for Canales, and I'd be looking for him position changed into a centre mid, a left mid, or a right wing. And ideally for him to have a position change on him. So not a position change, a chem style, ideally Shadow Hunter. So his base card is 4.7, so we'd pay up to 4.9. See if we can see any. Okay, so what I could do is I could go and pick these up, and all I'm going to do is list them for anywhere from 1 to 1.5k more. Now the reason this works is because if people want a certain combination of Canales with a position change, there won't be many on the market. So for example, let's go see how many centre mid Canaleses there are with an engine. Because the idea is that there won't be many, which means that they'll fluctuate how many's on the market, which means that yours will go from, there's literally none on the market. This could be a combination that's well demanded. So what you can do is you can go and buy them for 200 coins more, so 4.9k, and then you go and list them from anywhere from 5.9k to 6.4k, because eventually you'll get someone go on the market and they'll go and buy a Canales with a engine. And because it's a position change plus a chem style, it's a rarity, and you know it fluctuates in how many are on the market. So again, you could go look at Dean Ruiz in right mid. You can go look at the likes of Eden Hazards in left mid. You can look at the likes of Ivan Perisic in left wing back and left wing. Now the last player to go in position change is selling first informs for second inform prices. So a great example of this is if you head over to the likes of Footbin, you can actually go here to revisions and you can go SIF. And this will show you all the second informs. And all you'd want to do is buy their first inform and sell them at their second inform price. Now obviously if you go and buy first inform Lindstrom, you can only sell the second inform for 11k, so there's no money there. But where there is a bit of money is someone like Madison. So Madison's second inform goes for 18k. So what you can go and do is you can go up there and buy first inform Madison and then literally list them for 18k and they'll sell on. This is proven because I've done this many a time on my other account. I mean, what's the cheapest? 16k, you wouldn't be making the best money, but if you could go and buy them at 15 and sell them at 18, you're going to go and turn over a 2.1k profit per card. And they sell them very consistently because people are consistently buying this card for SBCs, but a lot of people will miss-buy this card if it's listed at the same price. So that is the third set of players you can lazy buy. You can also do this with heroes. For example, I listed up the base Campos at the same price as the other Campos. I've seen people list up base Vola for the price of the main Vola and they'll buy it. And of course you can do this with more expensive informs in listing up base or first informed Sala for the price of second informed Sala, although there is barely a difference on Sala's case. So this is one trading method you can do which we put in very low effort, works on all consoles, and this is called lazy buyer method. Yeah, again, very low input, works very well. I literally have an account where I took it from like 100k to like 400k in the best part of about 3-4 weeks of doing nothing but this method. I literally in the morning buy loads of players and then just jump on the account and relist it every hour for 1 hour. So that is the low input, very low trading. Now into a little bit higher input. And this is going to be your low budget method. What you're going to do is you're going to go gold rare, you are going to go shadow, and you are going to go and put the highest buy now here possible without there being more than one card over the hour. This is, low budget, console, and can work on PC. So at 1k there is no cards over the hour. At 1.1k there are no cards over the hour. At 1.2k how many cards are over the hour? Perfect, only one. One works, you just can't have more than one. At 1.3k how many cards are over the hour? Scroll to the end. And there are lots of cards over the hour. So lots of cards over the hour won't work, and I'll explain in a second why. So you're going to have to lower that back down to 1.2k because that is the highest buy now without there being more than one card over an hour. Now, the reason there can't be more than one card over the hour is if I press compare price and then back out, what this is going to do is it's going to refresh the market and show me any new cards that are listed. Now, if there is more than one card over the hour, this mechanic does not work. Now, this mechanic only works on console, so it won't work on the web app. But you see how that Up Meccano just got listed? Previously, there was enough Meccano and a Phillips, and that card just got listed. So what you're seeing is it's updating the market without me having to back out, which means I can see deals that are listed as soon as they're listed. McGregor had just been listed. So we now know how to set the filter. So we go gold rare, shadow, highest buy now as possible without there being more than one card over the hour. We now know that we press compare price back out when there's no more than one card over the hour. But now we've got to know what to buy. Now what you're looking to buy is going to be any gold rare midfielder or defender who is only 200 coins more than they are without a shadow, or 400 coins more if they've had a shadow and a position change. So let's go and use Joe Gomez for an example. So what I'm going to do is head over to likes of Footwiz. I'm going to go and type Joe Gomez in, and Joe Gomez is going for 1.5k without a shadow, which means I'd pay up to 1.7k with a shadow, but again, that card's already been bought. But likewise, if this Joe Gomez popped up in right back, I'd be willing to pay 400 coins more than he is here, which would be 1.9k. So again, we can do the same here with Zakaria. We go and type Zakaria in right here, and Zakaria without a shadow goes for 750 coins, which means I'd be willing to pay up to 950 coins for a Zakaria with a shadow. Now, when you first check players' prices, you may not initially get the deals because you're busy checking, and someone who knows how to do this method may have bought the player. But that's kind of the whole joy of this. It's one big learning curve, because if this Zakaria popped up at 950, I don't even have to go and check the price because I remember what he goes for. Likewise, if a Joe Gomez now pops up for 1.4k, I know that's a buy, or 1.7k with its position change to a right back with a shadow, that's a good buy. So this is one big learning curve of buying players that are only 200 coins more than they are without a shadow, or 400 coins more if they've got a shadow and a position change. The one thing I would be cautious of is you do have to be a little bit careful about some of the centre-backs. Because centre-back is the most common position for a shadow to be put on, some of them generally only go for about 500-600 coins more with a shadow than they are without a shadow. And as a result of this, there just is near no profit margin. So that's one part of the learning curve, is not only learning what they sell for, but potentially learning players to avoid, which again, more likely than not, will be centre-backs because they're oversaturated. Now with this method, you can do it on, again, Xbox, PlayStation and PC. You cannot do this on the web app because the compare price back out thing is a console exclusive. This method also works with Hunter, which once again, you're going to go and put the highest buy now possible without there being more than one card. One card's okay, but more than one doesn't work. Sadly, it'd be 1.2k here, which isn't amazing because ideally, again, there'll be some card on the market that you can press compare price back out on. But nonetheless, again, you could just do the same thing with spamming the market like the here, but not as ideal. Now, if you guys are on the PC or if you guys are on the companion app, or sometimes even PC, because this method might be a little bit slower on PC, what I'd then advise you guys to do is you'd want to go gold rare, shadow, and then you'd want to put your maximum buy now to being whatever 84s are currently going for. So right now, 84s are currently going for 4.6, so I'd probably have it at like 4.7. Now the relevance of this is basically 84s are pretty good to trade with, and because 84s are pretty good to trade with, you want to have your buy now being able to catch 84s. And so then we don't have to deal with any of those people who are doing that other sniping method because we're on the companion app or the PC. Maybe let's say you do this on PC. You want to have your minimum buy now so then you're not sniping the same players. So the previous filter had maximum buy now 1.3, so I'll go minimum buy now 1.4 because I don't want to compete with those people whatsoever. So I've got gold rare, maximum buy now the price of 84s, minimum buy now, whatever the filter was. If you're not too sure, just put it at like 1.3, 1.4, rare gold shadow. Now if I go and search this, if you're on PC, you could probably get away with scrolling to the 5th, 9th minute. But if you're on Xbox and PC, Xbox or PlayStation, you'll see there are loads of cards, and scrolling to the 5th, 9th minute is going to be very long. So what you now need to do is segregate this into positions. You're going to go right wing back, left wing back, left back, CDM, left mid, right mid, cam. You're not going to go centre back because just like earlier I said, a lot of the centre backs aren't too good with a shadow. So what we're going to go is we're going to go rare gold, shadow, we're going to search this in, right wing back, and we're going to see if there's any deals. And believe it or not, you're going to apply the same logic. 200 coins more if they've got a position change, 200 coins more if they've got a shadow, 400 coins more if they've got a shadow and a position change. So I'm going to scroll to 5th, 9th minute right here, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any good deals. So let's go and do the exact same with right back. So again, we're going to go right back, we're going to scroll to the 5th, 9th minute. Now, on the companion app, you actually have an advantage over people who do this on the console. And the reason for that is the companion app actually only has to load up 2D items. So you see when I go on the console, it kind of shimmers the card when I go left to right. Well, the companion app is just images. It's like a 2D image, which actually means it loads the pages a lot faster, especially if you've got a decent laptop or PC or whatever. So this method does favour those on the laptops and the companion app because you guys can actually scroll through pages a lot faster than here because it has to load up a 3D image over a 2D image. Massive nerd stuff, but there you go. So again, we're going to go left back, and again, this method is not going to be as efficient because you're not casting your net over such a a bigger pool of players. With the other thing, you're looking at anything 1.3. Here, you're looking at a certain position. You're only looking minimum buy now 1.3, maximum buy now. Again, just above what 84s are. So you are casting your net, I guess, among a smaller pool of players, and as a result, it will take a little bit longer to get deals. You can also do the exact same method with just setting it to Hunter, and with this you'd want to go centre mid, left mid, cam, right mid, centre forward, right wing, left wing. A little bit like how defenders aren't too good, Shadow isn't too good on centre backs. Hunter isn't amazing on strikers. And that's about all she wrote. So that is your web app and console and PC cheat method. So let's say you've got yourself up to about 300k. You can start pushing a different method, or if you're really enjoying it, keep doing the method you're doing. And that is by going Team of the Week, Shadow, put your buy now to whatever you have. So let's say you're on 300k. And then you're going to go and put your maximum bid to as high as possible without there being more than one card over the hour. This is a method you can do on PlayStation, Xbox. You can try it on PC, but I'll give you another method you can do on PC. So I'm going to go and set it to 1050, and again, just like with the shadow method, we want to go as high as possible without there being more than one card over the hour. So at 1050, there's no more than one card over the hour. At 10750, how many cards are over the hour? There are still no cards over the hour. At 11k, how many cards are over the hour? There are loads of cards over the hour. So 11k is not going to work, but at 10750 is. Which means we're going to have to set our buy now to 10750. Now, here is the filter, so what are the deals? Likewise with the last thing, you're going to press compare price back out. It's going to refresh the market because once again, there's no more than one card over the hour, which means this mechanic works on console and PC, but not on the web app. So what I'm going to do is press compare price back out and wait for a new player to pop up. Now I'm going to buy any player that is below 15k who is the same price with a shadow as it is without a shadow. So Diego Dalot without a shadow is about 13k, which means if he pops up for 13k with a shadow, I'll go and buy him. But someone over 15k, for example Barella, because EA tax, if you don't know, 5% of everything you sell goes as EA tax, and obviously, you know, if you buy a player for 100k and sell it for 100k, you're only getting 95k back. So when players start getting more expensive, 30, 40, 50, especially as players that are around about 100k can pop up in this filter, you want to be getting them at more of a discount. So what you want to be doing is be getting them for 10% cheaper than what they normally go for. So for example, Barella is over 15k, which means we want to get him 10% cheaper than what he normally goes for. Well, if he normally goes for 26k, I want to get him 10% cheaper than that, which is 23.4k. And the reason for this is because some players, again, especially the more expensive ones, can be very close with a shadow as they are without a shadow. So if I went and got him for 10% cheaper, I know 5% goes to tax, but I've got 5% that'll be at least profit. But this could even be 10% if there is a nice premium with a shadow. And yeah, that's about it really. Just you get them for the same price if they're below 15k, or 10% cheaper if they are over 15k with a shadow. And once again, set the filter up, you go inform, buy now, wherever amount of coins you have, maximum bid as high as possible without there being more than one card over the hour. Now I'm going to teach you guys how to do this on PC. But how are we going to do this method on the PC? Well, how we do this method on the PC is we go Team of the Week, we go Shadow, and rather than faffing around here the maximum bid, you are literally going to set your maximum bid to 20k. Now again, this is not companion app or web app, this is just PC console only. Now the reason for this is because you guys have 1/10 for the cards. Which means if you go and set this filter, you will be looking at every Team of the Week card that has a maximum bid of 20k, but you'll also be looking at every Team of the Week card that has a buy now below 20k. Now the reason for that is because obviously if the bid can be up to 20k, they could for example have a 16k bid, 17k buy now, and they'll pop up under the filter. So this doesn't work on console because you can see there are loads of cards, but because on PC there is 1/10, if not even, potentially even less, you guys should be able to scroll to 5th, 9th minute, see if there's any good deals. Again, applying the same logic, 10% cheaper if they're over 15k, same price if they're not. And once there aren't any good deals, again, you're not going to be able to press compare price back out. All you can do is lower the buy now by 1k and scroll to 5th, 9th minute again. In fact, what you guys can do on PC, you can actually go over to Hunter and do the same thing. Now, the sniping filter never really works as well with Hunter as it does with Shadow. It's because it's normally fixed way worse, but there we go. So you scroll to the end, see if there's any good deals. If not, lower your buy now by 1k, switch over to Shadow. Scroll 5th, 9th minute, so on and so on. How you can do this method on the web app, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a massive fan of how you do this on the web app. I basically would go something like this. If your buy now is, let's say you've got 300k, go 300k, I'd go maximum buy now, 12k inform Shadow, and I just scroll to 5th, 9th minute. This should only take you a few pages, but again, you'll see every inform under 12k, and you'll also go and see every inform with a shadow up to 12k. And there you go, you can go and see yourself, hopefully. I believe Alex Moreno is a good little live deal for me to go and pick up. Alex Moreno. There you go, 12.50, so was there one a little bit cheaper? Maybe got bought up already. It's the same, it's a little bit over, but if that was like 12.250, that'd be a decent pickup. I mean, this card at least got listed 2 minutes ago, even though it's over the hour. So again, if you guys are on companion app, all I would do is throw in this filter, scroll to the 5th, 9th minute. Once you get to 5th, 9th minute, lower your buy now by k, scroll to 5th, 9th minute and see if there's any good deals. So that is your mid-tier covered for PC, console and the web app. Now covering the top-end method, and that is icon trading. Huzzah. With icon trading, we're not using shadow. We're going to be going for the filter of 67k maximum bid, 70k minimum buy now, and then whatever amount of coins you have by, as your maximum buy now. So I've got 2.7 million. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and search this, I'm then going to scroll to 5th, 9th minute, and I'm going to go and see if there's any good deals. Now, you may ask me, how do I know it's a good deal? Now, icons, because they are some of the rarest cards in the game, these cards fluctuate a lot. For example, Barnes will maybe go from 70k to 90k multiple times in a day. Well, if he goes from 70k to 90k, let's keep buying him when he goes down to 70 and goes up and sell him when he goes up to 90. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to a site called FootWiz. We're not using Footbin for this because Footbin's UI is absolutely diabolical when it comes to this. So what we're going to do is head over to FootWiz, amazing UI for this. And what FootWiz is going to do is it's going to show me all the prices that Barnes has sold for. And what we're going to do is we are going to look for the top end price that consistently sells. For example, if someone listed him for 300k and he sold, it'd probably be a coin transfer. So we kind of want to ignore that. We want to look for the high prices that sell on consistently. Let's have a little look. We've got a 77.6. 5, sorry. We've got a 71, a 71, a 71, a 74.5, 72, a 73, a 72, rounding up the 500s. A 71, a 71, a 71, an 83, but that's a massive outliner. A 72 outlier, sorry. 74, 78, 73, 74, 73, 77, 77, 73. So I'd say that the price is, the high fluctuation, we'll call it, is about 73k. Now what I want to do is I want to get 10% cheaper than that and then go and list them at that price. So 73k, 10% of that, let's say 8k to keep it easy, that's going to be 65k. So if this Barnes was 65k, I'd go and buy him. If not, I won't go and buy him. And if it isn't a good deal, I just back out, same filter, lower the buy now by 1k, and then scroll to 5th, 9th minute and see if we get another good deal. Now the idea is if Barnes was an insanely good deal, he'll probably get snapped up instantly by the people who know his price. So again, a little bit like shadow trading, there is once again a learning curve to this, because those that know the prices don't have to search them, and when these guys are busy searching them, then you'd be able to snap up the deal instantly. So again, we can do this over Nesta. We've got 86, 87, 86, 87, 89, 87, 84, 84, 86, 87, 85, 85, 87, 86, 85, 87, 86, 86, 87, 87. We've got a 90 there, an 88, a 91, another 92. I'd say an 86 and 87 is the consistent price. So 86 and 87, again about an 8, 9k tax. So I'm going to kind of pick him up for about 79, 80k. If he's not that, we're going to back out. And again, if Barnes pops up at 65, we buy him. If Nesta pops up at 80, we buy him. And ideally, what you do is you just start getting a really good, bank of what all these guys go for. That when you scroll to 5th, 9th minute, you won't even have to check the price. You go, boom, that's a buy, that's a buy, that's a buy, that's a buy, that's a buy. And happy days. And this method works on both console and the companion app. Because, of course, you're not doing any compare price back out. You're just scrolling. Now, if you guys are on a PC, because once again you have 10 times less cards, what you could generally do is probably take away the minimum buy now and just put your maximum buy now at probably something like 100k. Because if I try and do this on console, what you can see is there's a lot of pages. But on PC, you'll obviously have like 1/10 of the pages. So what you ideally want to do is scroll no more than like 20 pages. But again, you want to be doing the same thing, which again, let's just say this was the 5th, 9th minute. You'd want to go, all right, keen, but let's go set it to PC. There we go, keen. We go look at Keen's price, and I'd probably use a few days worth of data, although it's a bit hard because, of course, because there's 1/10 for the players, they're bought 1/10 of the time, so you have way less data. You've got within the last 24 hours, you only have 86, 80, 83, 87, 80, 100, too much of an outlier, 74, 91, 92, 90, 125, 96, 95, 120, 87, 156, 90, 94, 80, 90, 85, 90, and is that all she wrote? I think that's all she wrote. I mean, even later this evening. So I'd probably say like 90, which again, if I wanted to buy him, 10% cheaper, 81k, that's my buy. I'd say that is probably all she wrote. Covered cheap, low, high. There is one last method actually. I should have thrown this with a lazy buy method, but I guess it's a little bonus for you guys who've stuck around. So EA gives us these SBCs daily. These SBCs that you can complete 5 times over. And they are the position change SBC. Now there is the easiest coins in the world in these SBCs. Right? All you got to do is do them. They cost you 200 coins a piece. You put in a bronze player, you get a position change. Well, because position changes are worth 1.6k, it means players post position changed can be really expensive. So what I'm going to do is give you guys a small list of players that normally work quite well position changed. And all you got to do is buy the gold card, position change the player, and happy days. So the first combination is literally Lamar. Lamar at left mid and right mid normally has a great premium. So what you would do is you'd go out and buy yourself a Lamar, who right now is 1.9k. You'd go and put your position change on him, make him a left mid, and if by magic you can go and sell him for, it's only going to be 2.9k. The difference will will change, but 2.9k. You made like 700 coins per card, you make an easy 3.5k. What about him right mid? Yeah, 2.9k. So that's one of the ones you can go for. Another one of the ones you can go for is moving Thorgan Hazard to a left wing. Thorgan Hazard base card is, how much are we going for? Absolutely nothing. There you go, 700 coins. And then you can go and put the position change on him, move into a left wing, and if by magic, he's worth 1.7. So you'd make yourself a very easy, like, I don't know, 800, 900 coins per card. Another example is Bibu. Bibu, again, is another player who's discard. You position change him to a right wing, and again, that's another player who's 1.7. Another example of this is Kandrava, making Kandrava a right winger. This guy, default price is about a K. If you go and position change this guy to a right winger, you can go and sell him up to, you can see they consistently change. I mean, you probably could sell him up to about 2.5, 3k. Another player you can go and do this with is Lookman. Lookman works really well. Default left mid, default price, probably about 700 coins. Yep. But if you go and convert him to a left wing, which again, using the free position change, you can go and sell him for probably about 2k, which again, 1.3k difference. You're paying 200 coins to the position change. Easy 5k profit every single day you do this. So there you go, a little bonus tip for you guys that stuck around. Thank you very much. In the next 7 days since this video comes out, by the way, there will be a 0 to a 2 million coins in 7 days Road to Glory, where I'll be actually demonstrating every single one of the methods you've seen in this video. So if you guys are interested in the demonstration, enjoy the videos over the next 7 days. I will be live every day as of the 8th, walking you guys through any of these methods you don't understand, but I think enough waffling. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the Road to Glory over the next 7 days, and see you guys next week.